All right, welcome back to Coffee with Dad. Now, this evening I'm packing. I'm getting ready to go on a trip. Been a trip that I've been planning for quite some time now. Um, Years, in fact. Prior to my divorce, um, it was set up that I would go with a friend on a trip, a way to get out of town and sort of stretch our boundaries, and sort of get out. Um, and then last year, and not long after my birthday, or actually it was on my birthday last year, his wife basically turned to him and said, "You guys are never going on your trip." And we said, "Yes, we are." Uh, and she sort of sat there and went, "No, you're not. You've been talking about it for 2 years now, and it's not going to happen. And I'm taking it off my radar. So if it's going to happen, then make it happen." And that sort of put it on the forefront. It would definitely been something that we've wanted to do for a long time, and hadn't. And I mean, life gets in the way, right? Life always seems to get in the way. Then we're sitting down one night and chatting about it again, and we said, "Tonight it's happening. Tonight we're going to do this." And we pulled out the computer and we ordered plane tickets. There was no real view other than what's on the calendar, and we put it far enough in the future that we could control a lot of what was on our calendar. So we just did it. It just happened. And that was, it was exciting. It was kind of a thrill that night. Since then, we've had, lots of conversations about it. And in some ways, it probably wouldn't have happened. We probably wouldn't be going on this trip had we not sort of just said, "You know what? It's time to do it." But it didn't start there. The saying goes that luck favors the bold, and I'm not necessarily saying there's any luck in this, but it sort of preaches that you just go for it, just take the bull by the horns and go for it. But we've been talking about it for a long time, and we discussed it many times. We discussed where we wanted to go, how we wanted to go, the kinds of things we wanted to do. So it wasn't necessarily being bold, it was just executing. It was just making it happen. And that's what really needed. There needed to be a push over the edge. And then it came down to, okay, so how are we going to make this happen? So I had to, we booked the tickets, and at the time I was sitting there where I had the money to lay out for the plane tickets. I could make the choice. It wasn't maybe not necessarily what I would have done with the money otherwise, but I knew I could. And wasn't going to start sleeping under a bridge because of plane tickets. So my answer was yes. And then we put it out far enough in the future. It was probably 6 months into the future, So we had plenty of time to, focus on the budget and make it happen. Even then, it became difficult, and life got in the way to some degree because we had put it out so far. We didn't trim everything just for that moment. That moment was still too far in the future, but it was close enough that it wasn't way out. Like, it wasn't like 3 years down the road, where you don't think about it, and then it just sort of sneaks up on you. So we've been, we talked about it. We made it happen. We put our cards on the table by buying the tickets. So now you've got money and on the line. You are going. So now we had to make sure that we had the rest of the money made available so that we could finish it off. And then we've had to plan what we wanted to do, and that part has we've left that to a little bit flexible. We know the kinds of things we want to see. We know a few of the specific places we want to go. We have, and it's split up between sort of going to two different areas. We have an idea of what we're going to be doing the first week, and then we have an idea of what we're going to do the second week, but we don't have a definitive set itinerary of we're going to do this and then this and then this. And I kind of like having that freedom because, one day it's going to be, pouring rain and we'll have this outdoor activity planned and we're going to have to, bypass that for something else. But you want at least a little bit of planning for it. You want a little bit of preparation for it, which sort of comes back to what I'm doing right now. I don't fly out to the weekend. I've got several days yet to go before I fly out. And I've been thinking about it. I've been planning it. Went out and picked up some big purchases that I needed. A few things I'm still waiting to get in the mail. Hopefully they come. I have backups for them. If I don't, I just looking forward to my new jacket. But I sat down last night, wrote out all the things that I needed to put together. I had, gone last weekend with the boys. We'd gone and picked up some new clothes. I had things stacked off to the side, and I sort of said, you know what? None of these things I'm using on a day-to-day basis. So I might as well put them in the suitcase. I might as well start packing what I need. So I took my list and I sort of walked through and I sort of said, okay, look, I can, get by with, without the jeans and the shirts because I don't wear those when I go to work. And I can get my paperwork together. I can put my books aside, and then I'm not running around on the night before I fly out, scrambling to put my suitcase together and then realizing that I don't have something and I need something. I've already got a list of a couple things that I still need to go get. I've got time to take care of it. So I've got the list of things that I need. I've got the bag pretty much packed. I've got my camera stuff ready to go. I've got books to read. Good book. I have jackets. I have my shoes because I'm planning to do a little bit of hiking. So new shoes, and I'm pretty much ready to set to go. I basically need the stuff that I don't have here that I'll be putting in my carry-on bag. My toiletries. I'm probably going to put my jackets in my bag because they're smaller jackets. I'm going to, I still need to pick up a journal. I need to pick up the electrical converters because power in the UK is not power here in Florida. So I need to pick up the converters for that. And I'm going to be heading out. And I'm ready to go. And I'm excited about going. This is going to be a fantastic trip. It's been a long time coming. So, rounding this back around, earlier I said luck favors the bold, and it does. If you just need to just go off and say you're going to do it and just go and do it. And the more you put on the line, the more you're going to absolutely do it. Had I not laid down the money for the plane tickets, I probably would not be going. I would have come up with some excuse. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. There's stresses at work. There's stresses at home. There's budgetary stuff I need to deal with. There's lots of things I want to do, and that's life. That constantly happens. It goes on day in, day out. I'm getting tired. I need to recharge the batteries. I need to get out and just be me and just explore and leave some of the world, like some of my life behind a little bit for a few days. But you can't do that without a little bit of planning. Otherwise, you just take those stresses along with you. So I've planned it out. I'm going to have my phone and I'm going to have the camera and my focus, and I'm going to have a book. I'm going to have a journaling book, and I am going to, write. I am going to take pictures. I am going to meditate, and I am going to explore, because there's it where we're going. We're going off to Scotland. There are castles, there are sites, there are experiences that I am dying to be, to see, and that's why I'm going. I'm not going to take my computer so I can do work. I'm not going so that I can be engaged with the life back here. Instead, I'm going to be all about what happens there. So I am so excited. But I've diverged again. What I've been wanting to say is, it's not so much that luck just favors the bold. Luck is built off of preparation and opportunity. I had, and I've had the opportunity to do this, and I had prepared myself to be able to take it. So not only was I bold and rash in making the decision to go, but I allowed myself that freedom because I was prepared, and I was available, both emotionally, mentally, financially, and spiritually, to be able to disconnect. And that isn't always easy. And every couple of weeks you sort of second guess yourself. Sometimes it just takes going and doing it and getting it done. So this weekend, I am out of here, and I am excited about it. I will see you guys on the flip side when I get back. Follow me on Facebook at StillDaddy4You, or on the website at stilldaddy.net. I will be trying to post a few updates here and there, and sharing my experiences and what I'm doing there. And when I come back, I'll spend some more time and do some write-ups on it. So I look forward to sharing the experience with you. It is time for me to get out. This year I have defined it as the year of exploration. I went through, last year was my year of rebuilding, where I worked on rebuilding myself and my structure and my emotional self-worth. This year is about exploring and pushing those boundaries in a positive way, in a structured way, and moving forward, and taking myself to where I want to be. So that's what I've got going on, and I am looking to continue to bring that to you. So please subscribe to the channel, continue to follow, and I will get you updates again when I get back. Have a good one. And until then, enjoy a cup of coffee. See ya. So tonight, I've got a mess.